Anna Woods was lost in the depths of motherhood, guilt, and lack of self worth until someone gave her permission to be her. It was okay to make time for her goals, her dreams, her life, and through training clients with Down syndrome to adopting a son with Down syndrome, going from one child to three in 1 year, while also completely changing her approach to her health and fitness. She developed her own version of strength, which she now calls sheSTRENGTH. Please welcome Anna.
I was going to say I have a pretty sweet Wonder Woman costume, so if you're ever willing to add a woman to your thing there, let me know. All right. Okay, so my whole mission and passion is to take women on a journey from lack of confidence, tired, worn out, guilty-feeling mom to developing a healthier, recognizing her self-worth, boundary-setting mindset that I call sheSTRENGTH. My journey started when I moved to Central Kansas with a new exercise science degree, ambition, and a 4-month-old. I had the desire to work, but I also wanted to be a mom, just like my mom was for me, a stay-at-home mom. Upon moving, we found that there was no gym, no rec centers, no workout places, so I realized very quickly I was going to have to develop my own version of fitness. I started working at a nursing home, which led to my work with adults with special needs. I developed my own personal training program. I met Amy. Amy had Down syndrome. She had 100 pounds to lose. She and I worked together for a year, and she lost 80 pounds, was able to get off most of her medications, and continue her life of independence. I ended up working with friends of Amy's through disability supports for the last 10 to 12 years. I've worked with most of these clients 1 to 2 times a week, every week, and I learned many things about how to motivate people differently. I gained a new perspective on life and the ability of slowing down, as well as grew my passion for people with Down syndrome. During this time, we were struggling with getting pregnant with our second child, and so we started toying with the idea of adoption. But then I ended up getting pregnant, like everyone does when you start the adoption process. And this cute little face came up on a website shortly after we had my daughter. This is Blake. He was from Ukraine. He was 1.5 at the time, and he was in an orphanage there. And he also had Down syndrome. We ended up committing to bringing Blake home. We brought him home within the next 6 months. This was a very quick process for Ukraine for adoption. And I say this is the year that I do not remember anything. I went from 1 child to 3 in a couple of years. We brought Blake home. He was 2, Autumn was 1. I was immersed in back-to-back appointments, psychology appointments, therapies. He had trouble hearing. We also had to do a lot of psychology just because he'd never had any love in his life before that. And I remember thinking as I was exhausted that I was going to have to figure out a way to take care of myself at some point in this whole process because I was going to have a child for the rest of my life now, and I needed to be well for him. This is when I found competitive weightlifting, CrossFit, versions of all of those. And I realized that if I could do 10 minutes of workouts here and there in my day, in between changing diapers and all the fun stuff, I could get a full workout in by the end of the day and feel like I had accomplished something just for myself, outside of my identity as children. I started competing. I went on to compete at larger events, all while still training at home with some dumbbells, some bands, and various equipment that I collected from garage sales and Facebook. The girls I consistently competed against started calling me Home Gym because they would announce me and they'd say, Anna Woods in lane 10, we have no idea what gym she belongs to. So they started calling me Home Gym. So now I have these letters up in my garage gym at home because they still call me Home Gym whenever they run into me now. They can't believe that I still train at home, and then I trained for most of these high-level events from home. And that's part of where my journey started that I share with other people. I would work out with my kids running under my feet, needing their mouths wiped, needing sippy cups refilled, fighting all the time. But I made it a priority and made it part of my daily routine so that my kids could see the importance of taking care of myself. I found confidence, energy, and the desire to be a better mom, all because I was taking time for me and no longer feeling guilty about it. This is where I started sharing my journey on social media, and the response from other moms was overwhelming. This led to my current position that I work with now is sheSTRENGTH. I have developed a program that I created an online virtual community, fitness studio, and workout place for women to work out at home just like I did. I tell people the majority of my friends are in my computer at this point in life. I do video chats with women from all over the world, now coaching, encouraging, and motivating them to follow the same journey as mine. A lot of moms with children with special needs. We start with changing our mindset, and then we add in physical exercise. And I just try to continue to reprove that a gym doesn't define a good workout. You just have to keep showing up. This has led into opening up the back of our garage space into a small gym where people come from all over that are a part of my app and work out with each other. They've made lifelong friends through the app, and now they want to meet face to face. So this was one of my original classes of women from this area and from all over. This has then also led to me working with women one-on-one from this area, and honestly, the majority of the people I work with do not live in this area. They drive from out of town or out of state. Trying to provide more hands-on approach to the same journey that I went on as a busy mom, trying to find time for myself and for my health. And this has also led to me leading seminars online and in person. So people come and attend in my barn gym. They come to my house. It's like I get to host them as part of my family. People that have been to my events are not surprised when one of my children will bring our miniature horses in to be a part of it. They'll come in and ask me questions. Everyone that attends my classes knows about all my kids' after-school activities because it's very much like home. It's like coming to my home to work out and be a part of my family. Every day, women from all over log in and share their workouts, and they also share their families with mine. So it's fun to get to include my children and my family in this journey as well, and encouraging women to duplicate my same journey over and over with their families. I've even had some women break down barriers so much that they're completing gigantic goals that they never dreamed possible, like training for half Ironmans from home in their mid to late 50s. Women are now realizing that they can do more than they ever thought possible. Mostly moms who have given up of all of themselves to their kids, their busy schedules, their sports and work, only to end up depleted, tired, overwhelmed, and unhealthy. And we work to try to develop the sheSTRENGTH mindset to compete. And I've had all these ladies that competed in their first weightlifting event. Several did their first obstacle courses. Some did their first pull-ups last year, and some just committed to a workout program for 3 months at a time. But no matter what it is, we celebrate just the process of showing up every day in some way, shape, or form. The biggest part of this is that people realize they're worthy. That's the biggest part that I feel like people struggle with, especially moms. So I once heard that the scars we share become lighthouses for other people who are headed toward the same rocks that we hit. And this is my beacon, my lighthouse. This is what I call sheSTRENGTH.